My name is Tanaka Chindomu, and I am representing Golden Cloud Network. And today we're doing something new. Today we're going to do interviews. So the purpose of this interview is to help guide people who might be interested in our topics of discussion. We're going to cover a wide range of topics, and my guest today is Dr. Kaseke. He's a medical student in his final year at the University of Zimbabwe. So we're just going to be asking him a few questions and having a discussion. Hopefully you will gain something from this discussion, and hopefully you will enjoy it. So welcome, Mr. Dr. Kaseke.
I'm glad to be here, Mr. Chindomu. I'm glad that you gave me this opportunity to come and have this conversation with you. I'm thinking that this is going to be a great conversation. Yeah.
Right. So just to give people a bit of background, Dr. Kaseke and I went to the same high school, and one thing that I liked about him is that he was a hard-working person, and he knew exactly what he wanted. So it was only right that we invite him to the podcast because of his distinct character and honorable character. Okay, so Dr. Kaseke, we're just going to go through these questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready to make it.
Okay. So question number one, what inspired you to pursue a career in medicine?
Well, for me personally in my life, I had other people who were in the medical field, my uncle and also my brother was also an inspiring doctor.
Okay.
But despite them being in my life, I like to think that it was something that was just in me from a young age. Initially I wanted to become an architect, but as I went on with my studies, I found that I had more passion for the sciences such as biology, chemistry, and physics. And the thing that drew my attention the most was the biology aspect. I really liked dealing with how organisms interact with the environment, how they adapt to certain situations, how the body functions as it is, and also me just being liking helping people and the stuff. I just thought let me just go to medicine. Yeah.
Okay.
And also looking up to my brother, I guess he was also, I can't say I guess, but he was also an inspiration.
Okay, that's fine. I like that you mentioned that because I wanted to also ask, was there a specific moment or experience that solidified your decision to become a doctor? You're talking about passion. Yeah. Was it something that was inborn, or because you mentioned two things? When I was listening to what you were saying, it was as if it was inborn, and also your external environment also contributed to that. So would you say it was a combination of those two, or there was a specific moment or experience that just made you say, I'm going to become a medical doctor?
Well, just like you said at the beginning of this interview, from I think Form 1, Form 2, I already knew what I wanted to become.
Okay.
So I'm trying to go back and see where exactly along the road where this was solidified. I guess it didn't just come overnight. It wasn't solidified overnight. It was it started as a dream, right?
Okay.
And the more I progressed towards that dream, the more it solidified in me. That's when each step I took towards becoming a doctor, I was very certain that this is my dream. From high school, me doing well in sciences like biology, chemistry, those things, they weren't that difficult to me. I understood them. I really did understand them. So doing well in those aspects, and also my teachers seeing the potential that they were actually encouraging me to go that route, not knowing that I'd already that I was going that route anyways. But it was a process. I can't say that I just woke up overnight, saying I wanted to become a doctor, and then just went on like that. I decided to make the journey, and every step I took towards this journey I have no regrets. I learned so much, and I appreciate every lesson that I had. And it just helps you grow, because wanting to become a doctor is not an easy task. And you find that the difficult things really help you in life. They really help you to grow and become a better person. So it was a journey.
It was a journey.
It's really
okay. I love that. Alright. So how did you prepare for medical school, and what was the application process like for you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a really good question. How did I prepare? One thing I'm going to say to people like the younger ones who are aspiring to become medical doctors, might be primary, secondary, A-level, also at university student, already in the whole thing. So there's nothing that you can really do that can prepare you for what's coming.
Okay.
Yeah, because all you can do, like before you go into medical school, is just to work your best, work your hardest. Because once you are in the territory of medical school, you see that looking back, no matter how much you try to prepare, you weren't really prepared, because what you come across medical school is something else.
Okay.
It's something else. So for me, how I prepared, I would like to say that I just did my best, I worked my hardest, I tried to understand the basic concepts as much as I could, the basic chemistry, biology, and also the mathematics, and also in my A-levels, I just kept on doing my best to understand them. And then when we started at university, that was a whole other level. I was already in the program, and that's another story.
Okay.
Also touch on the sweet progress.
So when you were studying these subjects in O-level and A-level, when you were going through your physics, biology, chemistry, you were already seeing yourself as a doctor, like when you were reading these things, because I remember reading when at high school you just read, you just read because you have to do it. But for you, when you were reading, it was like preparation in your mind, your mental state, you're already focused and imagining yourself applying the things you're learning as a doctor.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like,
That's special.
I'm also grateful for my dad. My dad, he loves biology like a lot. So I remember he loves science in general. So when I come back home, like after those the term that they ended, right? I would sit down at times and have discussions on him, like look at this question. I did not even know like how to answer this question, but I just worked out how the answer would, I would think would be like just using basic concepts of science, and the answer was turned out to be actually correct. And my father would actually encourage me and actually have conversation, because he was more heavy on the biological side, not the physics side. Yeah.
Okay. So your father also contributed to giving you guidance.
And also my mom, like everyone at home, like they contributed.
So family contributed a lot.
Being a last born, you see that you'll be under the influence of everyone else who is above you. So if the people above you really have you at heart and decide to motivate you and help you become a better person, you find that you will thrive really well in such an environment.
Okay, so family support, family support is very important because it molds you, right? It molds you. Okay, that's fine. That's something that I picked up. Okay. So what's the most surprising thing you've learned about yourself since starting medical school?
Well, I've learned that I can take harder punches. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain, because what other punches are you talking about?
I'd like to explain. Yeah. Because you remember what I said earlier, that nothing can prepare you for medical school. So coming to medical school, you have to do well in your O levels, and A level is almost non-negotiable. You have to have 15 points. So having acquired those, how can I probably term those things, like maybe I would like to say titles or trophies. Let's call them trophies from O level, getting 15 points at A level.
Okay.
you have pretty much won against the academic system in Zimbabwe, like at the lower levels. So at this stage, you are seeing yourself as almost unbeatable. It's like you can take anything
at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, right at the top of the mountain, not knowing that you haven't even started. So when you get into medical school, I remember they used to call us the cream de la cream, as in where like the population the best students, almost like in Zimbabwe, right? So you find that as you are in medical school, they won't just mention like your lecturers and your teachers. They won't just mention you. You got 50 points. You call yourself the best. You may not call yourself the best, but they see you as you are calling yourself the best. So there'll be a very high expectation, like from you. They'll be giving you lots of information and they expect you to know it by the end of the day or end of the week.
Okay.
So that in itself, it was just a lot. Like I remember our first examinations in class, like people were just so overwhelmed. they didn't even understand what was happening, and these were amongst the best students in Zimbabwe. So you can just imagine.
Yes, because as you are saying these things, I'm imagining that, like you just said, that everyone knows themselves to be the best, you know. So does that affect maybe your learning process? That mindset that I'm at the top, does it affect the way that you absorb maybe some of the information in terms of character? Because if you're at the top, you know, that may come with a little bit of pride, you know, a little bit of overconfidence, you know. So have you witnessed maybe a fall of some people, you know, who maybe came to thinking that they are the best and then they are humbled by the whole process? Yeah.